Good morning. Today I am going to talk about the topics covered during the first part of the semester. The purpose of the general theory of systems is to be able to study the system as a totality. That is to say, as a whole in which the relationships and interrelationships existing in the system can be analyzed. Within these are the 5 principles for systems. As number 1, we have that the existence of isomorphism governs the behavior of entities in variable fields, so that although things appear very different to be naked A, they often share a common structure. This is what determines how the things behave, and it is found in many rules of reality. Second is the need for a new sense. The third formulation was erroneous because it treated open-sized systems as closed systems. The fourth is unitary concept of the world that is based on the isomorphism of laws in different fields, so that despite the diversity of phenomena we observe in the world, there is a deep underlying unity by identifying this common structure. We can build a deeper and more complete understanding of reality. Finally, TGS encompasses the view of many existences. Now I will name the characteristics of the system methodology. Initially, it is the totality which addresses the problem as a whole. Organized resources are organized in order to achieve the main objective or the objective that was already planned. Pragmatic satisfy need through appropriate decisions making. Creative focusing efforts to the achievement of objectives. Critically, the system's objectives move the constant review in case deviations are found in the course of the process, so that they can be modified and redefined. Optimizable, as all the components are known, the solution to the problem can be found. Interdisciplinary, integrate with professionals from different areas. Basic concepts of TGAs. Environment are the areas or conditions that influence the behavior of a system. Attribute characteristics and properties that characterize the part of a system. Cybernetic is the disciplinary field that encompasses control processes. Circularity systems are in constant interaction and feedback. Complexity, number of elements of a system and their potential interaction. Equifinality, from different initial conditions and paths, the same final state in ratio. Equicausality, same origin and initial condition, different ends are reached. Boundary is the line that separates the system from its environment, and that helps to define what belongs and what does not belong to the system. Positive feedback. The system has the ability to modify itself for the purpose of conversation. The negative feedback. The system has no modification, so it remains static. Entropy represents the tendency towards disorder while negentropy represents the capacity of systems to organize themselves and create complex structures. Equipotentiality, the absence that is found in the system supplied and is part of the system. Morphogenesis refers to the process of change and transformation in a system. It is the capacity of a system to adapt, evolve, and create new forms. Morphostasis, on the other hand, refers to the ability of a system to maintain its structure and function over time. Constructivism is where each person constructs his own understanding of the world from his experience and previous knowledge. Since he maintains an active role, since he himself is in charge of his learning, and social constructivism, where the reality of others is known, the context is taken into account. Cultures and shares and help to exchange ideas and develop collective learning. First order cybernetics is objective and external, so the person does not get involved, but only acts as an observer. From there, she can create a feedback. In this case, it could be simple, observing, and experimenting. With second-order cybernetics seeks an interaction that the person gets actively involved in the system and can give immediate contributions, generation feedback, as could be the case of family therapy. The action of communication. One impossible not to communication, it is not only communicate verbally, but also encompass body posture, signs. People often interpret this action even when we believe they do not or interpret what they see. Example, Windshield who through a tattoo in the supermarket is communicating that he is frustrated or wants to get his parents' attention. Content relationships. It's important to know how things are said in what form, to tone of voice and the context, as often it is contradictory. What we say with what we do. Example, we a boss tells an employee, this report is very well done. The content of the positive message was about the work. However, the tone of voice, facial expressions, and the context in which it is said can indicate whether the boss is being sincere or not. Sequence of points. People maintain a fluid conversation is does not create a stop or end the conversation, but as more and more topics come up, this can cause either conflict or solution. An example, two friends have an argument. One of them remembers that the fight started when the other made the derogatory comment, while the other remembers that it all started because the first one constantly interrupted him. Digital and analogical. Digital communication refers to the use of language with a conversational and precise meaning, and analogical communication is expressional through gesture, tone of voice, facial expression. Example, a man says to his partner, I love you. This is a digital message with a clean meaning. However, tone of voice, facial expression, and eye contact can add nuance to the message and reveal whether or not the feeling is sincere. Symmetrical or complementary interaction. Equality is so or that hierarchies are established in different situations, as did for decision making in the system. Example, in a couple relationships, one of the partners can always make the important decision while the other adapts to their wishes, which creates an complementary relationships based on the difference. Linguist asked, affirmation is the description of reality and a witness is a need to verify or falsify it. So today is a very sunny day. Statement transforms reality. Sometimes that what not know and know that is no change the situation. Example, if we are playing cards 1, in this game you cannot make mirror. Yes, he is willing to do all things. No, he refuses to do or say the things he is asked to do. He has autonomy. Ignorance. A person recognizes that they do not know sometimes or that they do not have enough information about a subject, but that she is willing to find out in order not to be led with a job. Gratitude, expression of appreciation, of reconnecting, of sometimes or sometimes. It serves to strengthen relationships, show appreciation, and create positive environment. Love, a sincere and open expression of romantic feelings toward another person. Forgiveness, expressing regret for hurting someone and seeking reconciliation. Promise cannot be made with no temporality. That is, the person must know is how many hours, minutes, or days the promise will they be fulfilled. Complexity. Its purpose, the need for a new paradigm of complexity that integrates the element of really as a whole, unity the one at the multiple, and recognize understand and contradiction in the understanding of the world. The new paradigm must replace the simplifying and fragmenting logic of knowledge. Morin identified 7 fundamental pillars for future-oriented education. 1. Cure knowledge blindness. Teach to critics knowledge to avoid errors and illusions. Ensure relevant knowledge, fostering general intelligence that connects global and local contexts. Teaching the human condition, placing the human being in its universal context, recognizing cultural diversity. Teach early identify. Promote a planetary perspective and a sense of belonging to the earth. Facing uncertainties, preparing to incur into a unstable world, reconcile uncertainty as part of energy. Teaching uncertainty, fostering empathy and tolerance to improve interpersonal and planetary understanding. The ethics of humankind, integrating a global ethic that promotes democracy, early citizenship, and respect of diversity.